Hey y'all, it's Mbina, aka the Crafty Lefty, and I can't wait to show you our DIY tutorial for today. We are going to be making some felt succulents. So I know the succulents are all the rage on Pinterest right now. There are so many creative ways that people are making succulents out of felt. So I've tried to give you a brief snapshot into some of the templates that I found that have worked really well for me and the different types of construction that we've used to actually create our felt succulents. So pull up a chair, let's get started. Okay, so we are ready to get started on our third succulent design. I am going with this template. I'm sure you've seen this all over Pinterest. She is a blogger named Uni, and she's actually made this free template file because she was creating felt peonies, so felt flowers using this template. So she attached it to like a headband. I've actually made flowers using her template before, and I thought it was super cute. And once I made it, I was like, I think this could double as a succulent, maybe-ish, perhaps. So we're gonna go ahead and call this a succulent. So this is what it looks like once you make it. I did use a very thick piece of felt for this on purpose because the succulent is really not rolled or layered in any way except by basically stacking the templates on top of each other. So stacking those flowers on top of each other to create this look. So I wanted my felt to be as thick as possible so it will bring some height to this succulent. So if you don't think this looks like a succulent, that's totally fine. You do not have to make this one, but I thought it was different enough looking and still added something to my collection. So this is how you make this one. So as always, all you're going to need is some straight pins. I know I'm using sewing needles instead of pins, some good sharp scissors, fabric scissors, a hot glue gun, and of course your template of choice. So once you cut out all of your peony templates, this is what they're going to look like. You have 7 different peonies that you're literally just stacking on top of each other to create that effect. And I went ahead and cut out all of them except for one. So I'm going to do that last one with you guys right now. So as always with our templates, it's much easier to cut out just by actually pinning your template to your felt. I have tried different types of felt markers and pens, but I think this is the easiest way. And I do not have a Cricut. I'm kind of on purpose not getting one because I want to be able to craft without it. And I know there's lots of amazing things that you can do with a Cricut, but I'm trying to craft without one because I know there's a lot of crafters out there that maybe don't have the means to get a Cricut or don't have the space for a Cricut. And so I want to be able to craft different things for that audience. So on purpose, I am not buying one so that I can show you all the wonderful things that you can make without one in case you don't have the means to get one or the space to keep one. Actual peony design is on the simple side. It's really just different curves and things that you have to try to get right as much as possible. But as with our other designs, the major part of this template is these little grooves here. And as you can see from our example succulent, these grooves are really the only thing that you're going to see because everything else is getting hidden by the multiple layers. So you really want to take your time around those grooves. You want to try to make them as distinct as possible since that's what's going to be the beauty of your succulent once it's done. Okay, so we are done cutting out all 7 of our peony designs. Now, I know this guy looks pretty pathetic. So when you get this small in the template, it's really hard, especially if you're using really thick felt, to get this exact same shape. So don't mind the airplane. What I did, as you can see, is I just kind of scrunched up this guy at the very top because he just looked so horrible. He didn't look anything like a peony when I was done cutting him out of the template. So I just kind of scrunched him up. So that's why it looks like this. So I would suggest doing the same once you get to this very last layer, and I'll show you exactly how I did that. Okay, so let's start building. We have our hot glue gun all fired up. So you're just gonna take your biggest piece and you're gonna put some hot glue in the center, and then layer your next piece by just staggering it a little bit. And you'll see I have a mat here just in case my hot glue bleeds to the back. I'm gonna make sure that my table is protected. Okay, and it was literally that simple, y'all. That took like, what, less than a minute? So with this guy, I'm just gonna put a bead of glue in the center. And then I'm actually going to put some glue all on the bottom edge and see if I can just fold him in like a mini rosette almost. And I'm just gonna put some glue here and put him right in the middle. Okay, so that looked a little bit better than what I had before. Okay, so if you'll remember, this is the one I made before and I just kind of scrunched him up. And this one I kind of made a little rosette in the center. So you can really go for either look. But those are our peony succulents. So I did want to just draw attention to the fact again that I did use a little bit of a thicker felt because I wanted to create as much dimension and height as possible, since this is a succulent that's a little bit on the flatter side. Now, if you use a stiff, thin felt, this is what it's gonna happen. It's not gonna give you that same effect at all. So I just wanted to share with you, I did make it this way, and then after I assembled it, I was like, that doesn't look anything like this. And it's totally because of the type of felt that I use. So don't do what I did. Use a thicker felt if you can. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed making our little felt succulents together. And until next time, keep it crafty. Bye.